Hello and welcome, Scorpio, to your June 2023 horoscope. My name is Jeff Smith. I'm your professional astrologer here with you at Raise Your Vibration TV, and I want to welcome you to this new feature that I'm offering on the channel. I normally posted tarot and astrology readings together in one video. And it worked for a while for me, but something didn't sit right. And after the last round of readings that I did, I said, you know what? I really want to give everybody the full forecast for astrology. I'm an astrologer, that's what I do. But I also do intuitive tarot for people too. That's what I do at my job. When I'm not doing these videos, I'm at my shop. It's called Circle of Light Spiritual Center here in Fredonia, New York, where I live, and I do tarot readings and I do astrology readings. Some people want astrology readings, some people want tarot readings. I offer both, so I might as well do it on my channel as well as in my life. It makes sense now, you know what I mean. But the advantage for you is that you not only get the intuitive guidance with the tarot, and that's all we do. I changed the format on that, so check out your tarot reading for June also. But now you're getting a full forecast astrologically, and you blend the two together. And it's uncanny how they both go together. I do these at separate times. I don't do them one right after the other. I only do one takes on all of these, so I don't put a lot of, post production and all of that in it. I took all that out because not lightening my workload. I've actually doubled my workload, but I love doing this. This is my life. I do this from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. And I love doing what I love to do. So here you are. You're getting your first full horoscope from me in June. So welcome, Scorpio. Let me know in the comments and subscribe and all of that good stuff. All right, so let's look at your chart for June. So right out of the gate, we're going to be focusing in on communications. The sun is in Gemini for a little bit. So we're learning how to communicate. There is a lot of emphasis going on between relationships and with other people and relationships with yourself. And the energies are asking you. You have an opportunity to let go of a lot of things that no longer serve you. And it's also about work and home balance and how you make those. And there's a lot of opportunity there, but it also could seem like at the beginning of the month, like, Jesus, what is going on here? Good news for you is that all the eclipses are out of your sign finally, and it'll be a much easier year to go about things. So good news for Scorpios on that, because these eclipses were harsh. And I have Scorpio rising. So if you have Scorpio rising also, it will resonate with you as well. And it's all about building relationships and getting rid of relationships that no longer serve me. You know what I mean? And that's the theme for you this month also. And Pluto is asking you, your ruler, Pluto, is asking for perspective. So it's going to be bouncing in and out of Capricorn. We'll talk about that a little later. But at the beginning of the month, it's about, are you going to use your old ways of thinking and the old ways of expression, or are you going to find new ways and open up to new possibilities and communicate your emotions more clearly instead of more erratically? Because, Scorpios, you can really pack a blow. But we've got all these squares and oppositions. And in my take on astrology, and I've been doing this for 30 some years, when I pull up somebody's chart, their natal chart, and I see a lot of squares and oppositions, I'm good. I'm getting ready. This is going to be good, because without tension, there is no growth. And this is what it's all about for you this month, Scorpio, is growth with self, relationships, home, work, your philosophies. Everything's lining up for you to change the way that you look at your life and start not being a passive manifester, but being an active manifester in your reality. Because we passively manifest all the time. Well, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. I hear a lot of Scorpios say that. Not anymore. So it's going to be a much better month for you. It's going to give you a lot of clarity. So with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the full moon. The full moon is taking place in Sagittarius on June 3rd, and it is affecting your second house of income. So when this takes place, we're going to not only be, it's going to be an intense time around money, that kind of thing, borrowing money from other people, maybe paying off some debt, that kind of thing. But the Sagittarius moon wants you to have fun, okay? And really look at your self worth and know who you are, and your theme, your affirmation this month should be, I am worthy. I allow myself to enjoy my life, because Scorpios are just sitting there brooding sometimes. You know what I mean? And all they're trying to do is think their way through the month and think, who's going to stab me in the back, and what's your operation, what's your they're always trying to think of, there's something behind all of this. And sometimes you're right, and sometimes you are definitely wrong. But this full moon, it's adding some tension between your ruler Pluto and Venus. And, it's asking for perspective. Get some perspective and go out and have some fun, for God's sake. It can't be all brooding, So let's go ahead and move back to your sun chart for the month. So the full moon happens on June 3rd, and then on the 5th, Venus moves in to Leo. So the planet of love is moving into Leo, a fire sign. It is asking you to burn away these emotional wounds that you have, looking at yourself from a different perspective. Again, Pluto is asking you for perspective. It's time, Scorpio. It is time. Because Venus is still in opposition to Pluto, and we'll be moving out of that, thank God. So again, the load will feel lightened, but what it does is that we have so much going on in the fire signs now that too much will boil water. Your sign, you can look at it that way. But it boils it enough at the right temperature to release some of this emotional baggage that you carry. And that's what's going on here, is carrying this emotional baggage. And the universe is asking you to let the sun burn it away. So get outside, enjoy the time. I've been telling all signs, because this affects all signs, just not your sign. It's asking you to get outside and ground. Get barefoot on the earth, lay on the grass, give yourself 10, 15 minutes a day. Stop scrolling on TikTok, stop scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or whatever you're doing, and go outside and just ground. Connect with nature. Let that sun burn those emotional baggages away, and you'll feel so much better, so much better. So as the month progresses, we have on June 11th, Pluto, your ruler, is moving back into Capricorn because it's retrograde. So when anything's retrograde, it's asking for, again, back to the drawing board. Let's look at this. And because it's moving back into an earth sign, it's going to be flip-flopping back and forth. So again, two different perspectives. Can I redo this? Can I rethink this? You know what I mean? Mercury is moving also that day into Gemini, its ruler. So it feels good in Gemini. Communications open up, and let those be your guide, okay? Speak your truth. On the 14th, the moon is square Mars, and I still consider Mars a part of Scorpio because it used to be its ruler until Pluto came along, but that's okay. The only thing I want you to do is let's not make hasty actions around that time, all right? And then on the 17th, we've got Saturn going retrograde, and Saturn right now is sitting in your solar 5th house. It's back to the drawing board on how you receive and give love. It's also asking you to shift your focus on relationships. Am I too emotionally involved in this? Are my emotions restricting me in this way? All right? So again, it's asking you to revise things. This whole month is take a look at things differently. How does it feel to you? You should be feeling good at this point because you're releasing a lot. Now on the 18th of June, we have our new moon. Now the new moon is an excellent time to plant the seeds of your desires. And when I say that, look at, I would love a relationship. That's one seed. I would love more money, which is a big focus for you this month. That's another seed. The ground is fertile for you to plant the seeds of your desires at this time. This week is a powerful week. So the 18th all the way to the 24th is a huge time for you. It's a huge time for all of us. But for you, it's focused on your 8th house. So you have a new opportunity of looking at things from a different, more spiritual way and getting spiritually connected with the earth and the universe that you live in, because you are never separate from it, Scorpio. You're never in this alone. You have help, ask for it, okay? Now, big, big, big time on the 21st, on Wednesday, the sun moves into Cancer. It does every year at this time, and we call this a solstice. This time, it's the summer solstice. We have four. We have the spring equinox, the summer solstice, the fall equinox, and the winter solstice. These are powerful times, especially in astrology, to align to your nature. We forgot to look at the new moon, but go ahead and take a glance at that. And it shows that that new moon is in Gemini. Perfect communication. Speak your truth to the universe. Speak what you want into your reality. You are a magnet for the things that you want in your life. And the things that you want are already out there. You just have to magnetically align to them. And how you do that is with your thoughts and emotions. So you have to keep those two in check. All right? We'll just bounce back right to your sun sign horoscope. Again, sorry, I made a little mistake there, but I'm not saying, oh, I made a mistake, I got to cut. No, I don't do that. I don't censor anything. So if I make a mistake, oh, well, have a good laugh. But it's not a crucial mistake. I just forgot to flip screens. I forget that I got to do that now. So the summer solstice, the new moon in that same week, is a perfect time for you to get your thoughts and emotions in line to create the reality you want. It is a beautiful time for you, okay? Now, as we move forward, your co-ruler, I would say your co-ruler, on the 26th, Mars is squaring Uranus. So be careful with your driving towards the end of the month if you're traveling, doing anything like that. Just be mindful. Don't get caught in your head. Make sure you're watching your driving and other people's driving. And then the moon moves into your sign on the 28th of June. And that is a good time to really release. Again, it's all about releasing for you. And we're going to close out the month with Neptune going retrograde on the 30th. So Neptune right now, again, is in your 5th solar house. So that, again, is asking you, what is the love that you're receiving? What is it giving? Is it value? Is it not? Does it emotionally connect with your needs? Okay? So you can see the theme here. It's a big month to change the way that you look at things. It's starting to manifest more money in your life. It's starting to pay off that debt, knowing that money is an energy flow and it flows to you based on how you look at it. So if you feel there's not enough, you'll continue to get that. If you tell yourself, I allow abundance of money to flow to me, Scorpio, this month will be a very beneficial month for you. And that wraps it up for this month. So Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed this full horoscope for the month of June. We're going to continue to keep doing this every month. Let me know in the comments. Have a great month. Release, ground, and pave the way for a much better summer, because you will see things really progressing in the fall. You'll see your seeds will already start to bear fruit in the fall. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you did too. And I will see you in July.